Okay, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope that music got y'all up and pumping. I know it's like in the middle of the night, but I had to come live to get my point of view. There's a lot going on. Life has been crazy, so sometimes you got to prioritize certain things because life is the main thing. YouTube and the social media is the secondary thing. So I'm not fully abreast on what's been going on, but I think I know enough to know. But let's say hello to those who are here. What's up, Tanya McNeil? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Beverly Johnson? Beverly Johnson says, where's the host? Beverly, ain't you supposed to be in bed? Ain't this way past your bedtime, Miss Beverly? Ain't this way past your bedtime, Miss Beverly? Beverly Johnson says, "Hey, SK, what's up? Adore, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate your outstanding commitment to the program, and I'm glad to see that you're doing well and all is good for you. It's going well for you. What's up, Zoro? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What's up, Vibrant Lord Moderator? Yeah, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Listen, I'm gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. Listen, it's got to be an hour show because I got so much going on. And let me tell you something. I do my best work in the middle of the night when the rest of the world is sleeping. On this side of the world is sleeping. For some reason, the universe allows me to do my best work. That's why I think at Avatar Nation we had such a great show because I guess that's when I'm my most creative. I don't know, but when it's in the middle of the night, this is when I'm at my best. I mean, I'm at my best during the day, but it's like so much going on. You got noise here, you got people there, you got this, but it seems like at night things are calm, the world is calm, and like I said, from some of my best work is produced in the middle of the night. I'm telling you, I'm just even when I wake up in the middle of the night, I just start cleaning and stuff. I'm just more productive as a, or just how can I say it, more not productive, but more at peace in the middle of the night. During the day, I just think because the world is busy, we're just so distracted and pulled in so many different directions. So the reason why I say that is because prior to me coming on, I was going through my catalog and I was like, what song do I want to put? So I have two house songs, or you could say dance songs, EDM songs, and I wanted a different feel to that. So I just started working on that. So that's why a little bit I was late. I was doing my research. So that song that you came into was just pretty much something that I already made. I just put a remix to it, and that's what you got. So that was that. Like I said, I can't be on tour 'cause I got so much going on, and I gotta do some stuff. And like I said, this is my best time, so I gotta kind of dedicate that energy to that because it's a real world situation that's going on, and it's time sensitive, and I gotta do that. But nonetheless, I got time for y'all because I think we need to talk about some things real quick. So let's talk about the real thing dealing with. No, first first let me say thank you to a couple of people. Um, and I don't even think I wrote them back, but hold on, I need to say thank you to them. Hold on one second, y'all. Where my other gadget go, child? Hold on. I'm out here like Beverly Johnson's friend, Bless Watkins, but I do believe in acknowledgement, and acknowledgement is key. So I do want to say thank you to, hold on, Black Girls Code, Detach Myself, and Auntie Donna. I want to say thank you. Who the hell? Thank you to. Well, I don't know if they want me to say the other, but thank you. They said something because the music was good the other night. Go back to my other live. We had a end of the show. We had like a little listening party. So thank you to that person that said that. Thank you to the other. But I'm not gonna mention y'all names, but saying thank you. But those I know who don't mind, Black Girls Code, uh, Detached, Auntie Donna. So thank y'all for your support. I appreciate that. Cause child, let me tell you something. But we gonna get to that in a minute. In a minute, it's a lot going on. It really is a lot going on. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But let me just start real quick. So the White House situation. You know, I would have been right on that, but I'm like, let me just get my pause because let me just say so. Anything dealing with the White House is not what it seems. I'm gonna first start by saying that whole situation is crazy. I don't condone anybody trying to take anybody's life, whether they be somebody on the street or whether they be the president or whatever. I just don't. I mean, I don't. I mean, you doing job. I mean, God should be the ultimate determiner of who lives and who passes on. What's up, Peekaboo? Thank you for being here. Glad you're able to peekaboo over here. All right. So I don't, you know, that whole situation, but let me just tell you something. What I did not like, because they trying to go after Jimmy Kimmel and they saying that Disney, which owns ABC, should fire Jimmy Kimmel. Now I'm listening to the news and I'm like, okay, so he said something about, I'm not gonna repeat what he said because you know the audio bots and all this other stuff. You don't know. You don't know. But he said what he said about the president, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that was wrong. The way they was spinning it, it was as if he said what he said after the fact. And I felt like, okay, yeah, that's wrong. Different time, different place. But what he said before any of that happened. And I'm like, wait a minute. You can't sit up here and hold Jimmy Kimmel. And what he said, I don't feel incited that man to do what he did. Now, let's just be honest. You know, so I was once I heard that he said it before the situation, They're like, no, leave Jimmy Kimmel alone. Like, let me just be honest. What we gonna call him? The child, you have to be so careful what you say, because with surveillance and technology, and they listen to everything that we say. Now you be scared that you said the wrong thing, and then 5 years down the line they want to hold you for some charge that you said in 2026. You know, but I'm just saying our leader has made some inflammatory posts about bombing people to the end of civilization. When you make those kind of threats, whether they be against a foreign entity, now you want people to be concerned about what they said when you have said some of the most heinous things, have encouraged pretty much civil unrest in our own country. I was like, wait a minute. You don't like it's like the B sector. Like somebody come on here and say stuff about doing something to somebody, wrote like let's say pulling up to somebody, and then somebody pull up on them and then they're like, oh, well you guys gone too far. I'm like, well, wait a minute, didn't you just say that you didn't want nobody pulling up on you, now they pull up on you, now it's an issue? What Jimmy Kimmel said, he said something about he said pretty much his wife looks like she's a widow in waiting or something like that. Something like that. Y'all can look it up. Y'all got just look up what did Jimmy Kimmel say. Jimmy Kimmel said, and that's pretty much what you know. That's all he said from what the clip I heard. And at the time, if you said it before the event, I'm like, okay. Because pretty much what they were saying was, she is so much younger than him that we know who gonna pass first. That's pretty much. But then, if you take it out of context, which they always do, and you say, "Oh, this happened at the correspondence ball," and then you say he said that after, then you be like, "Oh, that was wrong." But that's not the way it happened. He said it before the situation, so you're like, "Oh, he said it before." But now they're trying to play Jedi mind trick and link it together and all the and say that he incited that person. No, he didn't. I don't think that. I think that he did have a point. He's so much older than her that she is gonna pretty much outlive him. I mean, if you want to break it down to the facts of the matter, that is the truth and all that. And then they're talking about how Disney is really not going to fire him because they already like pulled this stunt before the White House did, and it was total backlash with the viewing public. And Disney's like, "Oh no, we're not going down that road again. Y'all gonna have to just deal with it." So yeah, so mm, but me going back to my point was you can't now that that's something that's happened, you can't now say, "Oh my God, you guys have gone too far." No, look at all the things that he said that he don't care. He's gonna bomb this, blow him to smithereens and all that, and then I just think like we have to be careful. Some people don't understand how powerful words are until they actually see the power of what their words cause. And I think this might be a situation. Now let's get back to the guy who did what he did. Listen, I don't know. I didn't research him. They say he's a teacher. He graduated. He actually they say he has a master's degree in computer science from what I heard. I don't know. I read that somewhere. And all that. Now let me just tell you what's crazy with this whole AI thing. Man, you don't know what's true and you don't know what's motherfucking fake. Like they had the picture of the guy on the ground. It seemed like at the scene with his shirt off. Okay, one picture has him munching on something on it. I was just like, y'all just going a bit too far with this whole AI situation. Now let me just say this thing. I feel bad for his family because anybody who knows when they come to do a raid, they are tearing up your house. Even if you ain't got nothing to do with it, if you could sit there and be the sister, they gonna tear up your house. As long as they got a search warrant, they are tearing up your house. And I feel far sorry for his mom. Now he come from a mixed family. Let me just say, I'm sorry he had to be black, but he was black in this situation. Come to look like he had like two sisters, and looked like there may have been another brother, and then obviously his mother and his father. They were in. They took the family photo. But I feel sorry for that family because they tearing up his house. I mean, they tearing up their house toe up. And in that situation, I don't think insurance is going to pay for that. But who knows? What's up, unfilteredly Muffy? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Views by Shawnee says, I would like to know what train that guy came in on into Washington D.C. They're very quiet about this. They are very okay. And then it's interesting you said that because there was something else. I can remember that the news said something about something happened. I know it's that in the Northeast corridor there was something else at some college. I don't know. Forgot what it was. And they said they were remarkably quiet about that too. Like they're saying, like they ain't not. I think I don't know if it was another attempt. I don't know, but they said both the Biden and the Trump were quiet about that guy. I think it may maybe happen at a university, but I don't think it was the one that dealt with that Charlie Kirk died. I think it's something else. So was it? I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, but Shawnee by I mean views by Shawnee, he got a Let me just tell you this one. He got a room there. He got a room there. So that to me lets you know a lot there too. That was able. Not saying that he was able to get a room, but I would have felt that he would have been someone. And this is just me thinking that he would have been someone who came there, just up through there not stayed there. But and I think this comes to show us that it could be anybody who's capable of doing this. Now let's just take a step back though, right? Who knows? Who knows? What I mean by who knows, who knows, who knows if this guy could have been part of some plan to do this because this is some conspiracy theory that I was watching on the news. They said, oh, Trump has been wanting this thing for his ballroom, saying that the ballroom needs to be made over. Now he was doing renovation on one of the wings or something, and a judge stopped that, put an injunction in and stopped that construction that was going on because he was trying to get on Jerome Powell, who was the lead, who was currently the head of the Fed, and tried to get him indicted for something saying that they were overspending and tried to say that something was criminal in that, and that was ground for his removal. That didn't fly. So now he's doing some construction on one of the east or the west wings. They put an injunction into that. But now I bet you with this situation here, that gives them grounds now what to say that they need that construction. And they were also saying that the whatever this was, the ballroom, whatever, needs to be redone, I guess, to protect the president. And then they said there's some construction going at the bottom of it where they got they're gonna try to build bunkers and all this stuff. Listen, it's something going on. It's something going on. I'm telling you right now. And they're trying to, and I think, and this is the thing that's going on. They're saying this guy may have been used part of the plot to further that agenda and all that other stuff. It would, to me, nonetheless, it was crazy. It's sad to see. Um, but I don't put seeing the things that I've seen after the fact. I don't put past nobody. Past nobody. Even the whole thing when that thing whizzed by his ear, they're like, listen, if you're dealing with somebody that got that kind of training, they ain't gonna miss whizzing by nobody's ear like that, right? You know what I mean? If they do that to do a job, they do that to do a job, and that's it. They miss because they want to miss. I don't know. That's just telling you what I hear out there. You said I don't know about that. What you don't know about Zorro? But what do I know? I mean, everybody's got so many theories. Why was JD Vance rushed out first? Why was let me tell you something. If you ain't nobody, if you ain't nobody around them, you better stay away. Because if you look at that footage and you see when they went for Trump and everybody else they didn't give a damn about, which is their priority. But let's be sure they ain't gonna try to save your life. And while you sitting up there trying to kiss and butter up and all that, risking your life, they're not gonna save you because that Asian woman that was up there, They kind of pushed her out the way, and he, got him up out of there. So that's crazy. It sounds kind of far, what sounds kind of ferret, far out. Oh well, what sounds kind of far out? A lot of stuff seems far out. A lot of stuff, AI seems far out, but it's happening, right? A lot of things seems far out, but it's happening. If you would have told me that AI sitting up here gonna take people's jobs, and then the companies not be held accountable for making people instantaneously homeless, that would I've been like, get out of here. How a robot? How please? Robots too slow. That seems far out, right? If you told me that we were gonna have self driving cars, I would have told you, get out of here. That's far out. How are they going to be able to know when to turn left or right, and when they're going to be able to know when to see a cone and all? And I would, yeah, get out of here with that. And sure enough, we got self driving cars. Nobody in them except the passenger. I would have been right. That's far out. That ain't happening. I said, well, at least we'll tell you, that ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. Nor would I be able to get in them. I would have been like, oh, that's gonna cost $100 a ride. No, mm-mm. It's cheaper than anything because they don't have to pay for no human labor. I was like, oh, crazy, crazy, absolutely crazy. So things that we say far out, you know, like they saying, what's his name? Epstein running around here still. He alive, right? Did anybody ever see an autopsy picture of Epstein? I don't hear nobody talking about that. Every time we ask for where is he? Ain't nobody brought that up. Ain't nobody. Oh, here he is. This is where he at. Stop saying he ain't. We ain't heard nothing. Ain't seen an autopsy picture. All we heard is, oh, nah, I don't. Maybe they did. I don't know. I ain't seen it. So you know. So that's what I say. Like I said, I only speculate. I only do what I only could. Imagine what the news doesn't report. Now let me tell you who don't look like a leader. Cash Patel. That man do not look like no leader. And then check this out. So they said Dana White was up there. Now, if you don't know who Dana White was, Dana White is the owner of UFC, right? The mixed martial arts thing. This is the mixed martial arts. That's the one that the president went all the way down to Miami to go see Tim one of his fights. Obviously, I know that was a previous commitment, but he went there instead of going over there to Pakistan. Mm. So Dana White was over there at the press correspondence dinner talking about, oh, what happened to you? What did you do when they came in there and busted? Oh, I stood up. Man, it was quite a thrill. Like, who says that when you don't know that there's going to be a potential attack? Hmm. I was like, so that makes you think, do you react in all situations where you see full military guardsmen coming there with weapons unless you knew it wasn't true? I'm just saying, y'all go look out Dana White and look up for yourself and see what his reaction was right there. I almost spit my noodle out. I was just about to ask you about about Patel. Sorry, about Cash Patel. Cash will be fired this week by Friday. How you know views by Sean? Let me just say this, and no disrespect to Cash Patel, but let me tell you something. Part of being in a position of power is looking the part. He don't look nothing of the part. And if you're gonna look like a dweeb, look like a nerd that you should be scared of. Let me say it. Look like a nerd. Oh, you be like, oh, that motherfucker crazy. I ain't gonna mess with. Yeah, he got four eyes and he look like a dweeb, but I know he a crazy dweeb. Cash don't look nothing like that. Cash would tell he look just like he look distant. And I'm thinking maybe he's an alien. Maybe he's been sent by some different alien civilization to give us because what makes Donald Trump is all about appearance. What's up, Brixton, babe? How you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. Thank you for being here. Um, Donald Trump is always all about appearance, and you put this man in a position of power that he don't look none the part. He don't look nothing like that. Like I would be scared, you know. So I don't. I mean, maybe he knows something, or maybe he did something, or maybe he saved Trump's life at one point, and maybe Trump's like, "I'm going to reward you by putting you in the position of power," you know. But I just yes, Bricks an alien. He do look like an alien. He may be an alien from Mars because he don't look right. He don't. The eyes don't look right. Something's not right, and he may be one of them people gone by Friday. You say gone. Well, is something gonna happen between now and Friday? Because he said, I appraised the Secret Service and I appraised those guys, the FBI, and for their cooperation, and that's why we had a swift and quick action. Well, I will hope the action be swift and quick if it's on your own in your own damn backyard. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like they were up in there Ireland somewhere and had to no lay of the land or I'm from. I would hope it would be quick and I hope it would be swift. It should be because most of your personnel lives there and works there. Hello, but anyway, like I said, Zorro. It may seem far out, but I don't know. Something don't pass the smell test with me. I don't know. And then let me just tell you something. If y'all seen the video of that dude, how, like, just think about it. A 2-year old baby is smart. A 2-year old baby know that it ain't gonna make it too far trying to run, okay, past a whole bunch of adults, past the child protector barrier, right? One of them adults gonna grab him. So how the hell did he think he was gonna make it far with all them FBI agents standing right there running? Come on now. Come on now. Really? You just gonna run. It wasn't like he was right there. I mean, it wasn't like, who who he was trying to get was right there. Anyway, y'all gotta see the video to see that. I was just saying. Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna take a brief commercial break. Now, see, this is why I made my single Pre-Nup. In case you didn't know, I uploaded it today. I released that song today, boy. I released that song. Oh, let me go back to the whole rump thing. We'll see. Stay tuned. Views by Shawnee says she should have never made it into. Well, he was standing there though. He was staying there. They say he had a room and everything. They said he was staying there, so he pretended to be a guest. I guess he was making it down there or whatever. Let me just tell you something. I can't say this publicly, but I've seen better plans. I've seen better plans, and especially I just seen better plans. Okay, I'm leaving at that. I ain't gonna say too much, but I see let me just say if there really was if he really was so intent or if there was really so intent to make it do what it do, okay. You don't your plan is not gonna run. You're not gonna run through trained arm specialists, one of the most trained, best arm specialists in the world. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Because right now, come on, now. And he got a master's degree in computer science. Something's not adding up here. Something's not. Now, if you would have told me he was, you know, I don't know, somebody living on the street, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he cracked. I don't know. But something not adding up. Something's just not adding up to me. And that's all I'm gonna say. Next, we about to go get into. I'm about to go take a brief commercial break. Please, if you want to, send a gesture to $ Circle Cracker. I'm gonna tell you what I need it now more than ever. When we come back from commercial break, thumbs up the live, please. I appreciate those who are here. Now I have to play this song. Damn, did I take the song down? I think I meant no, I didn't. All right, we're gonna have to play the song Prenup because y'all know what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson. If you don't, I'm about to tell you. But this is why I made the song Prenup. Here we go, y'all.
You gotta sign this prenup. If you want this, come up. You gotta sign this prenup. If you want this, come up. I can give you the world, but girl, I need you to give this pen a twirl. I will buy you Gucci, Prada, and Balenciaga, but baby girl, I need you to sign this prenup. If you want this, come up, 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 up. Ooh, if you want this, come up, 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 up. I spent years lifting weights, working out late to be great, to get this money like Bill Gates. I put it all on the line all the time, at the 50-yard line. So I can't have you leaving me without a dime. I know you may scoff at this request, but baby, you know I am the best. So take a minute to sign this prenup. If you want this, come up. Every Sunday I get drilled on a football field, so let's keep it real. I work hard for every last dime and put my health on the line, but baby girl, I can't have you taking my last dime. Baby, I know you fine, but broken fine don't rhyme, so please let me keep mine and sign on the dotted line. You gotta sign this prenup, prenup. If you want this, come up. Oh, you gotta sign this prenup, prenup. If you want this, come up. Oh, sign, sign on the line, and everything will be fine. We will travel the world from sea to sea and turn your dreams into reality. But baby girl, I'm letting you know up front, you gotta sign. Prenup. You want this, come up. Oh, I got to sign it. Prenup. You want this, come up. Oh, you got to sign this prenup. If you want this, come up.
All right, y'all. Right. Thank you, Brixton. You got to sign this prenup if you want this come up. Thank you, Brixton. She said, stream this banger now. Search Mike Dreamland on all streaming platforms. Yes, it is out there for you to add to your musical collection if you so choose to. I'm about to drop the link. You can go follow me on Twitter. And that link will take you over there to where you can find my music on on Apple Music. So give me 1 second as I drop that link in the chat for y'all. It is so much going on in this damn world. Woo, hold on 1 second. Because now Elon talking about he'll pay for the defense of anybody that got information on the Epstein situation. And I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, so definitely go follow me on Twitter, and that will take you over there to my page on iTunes or Apple Music. And then, like I said, if you got Amazon Music, you can find me over there. Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, under Mike Drumlin. Mike Drumlin, in case you don't know how to spell that, this is how you do it. I'll put it on the screen for you. Mike Drumlin, please add it to your musical collection. That song right there that you just heard is Prenup, definitely. So like I was saying, in case you don't know, what's his name? What's that? Klay Thompson used to play for the Golden State Warriors, right? Won 4 NBA championships with Steph Curry. Then got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. So he started dating Megan Thee Stallion, and then they were so lovey dovey. They were in love, and all this stuff, and then you know, apparently she said he was cheating on her, and then he gave her a major side eye because she asked for $700,000 a month because she was in the NBA. I mean, because he was in the NBA and all that. So now, currently, she's doing this. I guess she's the lead star for the Moulin Rouge, and she had to take a break because she wasn't feeling well and she wasn't feeling dizzy, and she was suffering from exhaustion. Let me tell you what's going on with her. Her behind can't eat like she want to eat because she eat like she want to eat while she doing a Moulin Rouge. She gonna blow up like a hippo, and we gonna see it because if you see what she's wearing for the Moulin Rouge thing, it's all with her booty out and all that other stuff. So she not used to being on that diet, so she can't eat, and then she got put in all them hours doing the show, doing the rehearsal, and she still can't eat. It ain't got. I don't think it got nothing to do with Clay Thompson. I'm sure she hurt to some degree, but all this falling out and exhausted, and all, that's due to the strict diet that she on to adhere to the dress code of that show. Because let's be honest, if she get to eating, it's gonna show, right? So she don't want to sit up there and get the critics backlash because she big. Is she pregnant? Hell no, she ain't pregnant. She ain't pregnant. She like to eat. She thick. She thick. She from Dallas, Houston. They like to eat over there. Ask Brian. But so yeah, so that's that. But you know, let me just be honest. Those kind of relationships don't ever work out for the long haul. Her being a musical star, saying the things that she saying, let's just be honest. Some of her lyrics are graphic. And when you get with a man that's an athlete, he expecting you to do everything that you said in them songs and then more. And let's be honest, them players are tempted every night, especially the NBA. They go city to city to city to city, and they got some of the baddest women coming for them, badder than Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm not saying that she should have expected his loyalty or whatever, but when you get into that situation where that man expressed so much temptation, and then look at her, she got men coming after her too. You know what I mean? So I don't think those kind of relationships work because there's a lot of ego, jealousy, temptation, people throwing themselves, people trying to divide. So unless you knew them as they were coming up, you really don't know them. You know? So that's why I say good thing he didn't marry her, you know, without a prenup, but vice versa. She got money too, so it could have been equally as bad. And now she trying to throw out some of his tea, talking about he was moody and all this other stuff and all that. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. I don't. That wasn't destined to last. Was it a cute love story? Yeah, it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't going to last. And especially when you dating somebody for the when they're on the height of their career or well known and they start to decline. See, Megan Thee Stallion got, I think, more longevity than Klay Thompson because like Klay Thompson, once he got his Achilles tendon tear, he wasn't the same, you know. So then he starts questioning his worth, and then people don't, the world of sports is very disloyal. When you're high, you're doing great, everybody love you. But when you get an injury, everybody don't know you. But who are you? Oh, you still on the team? You still in the league? And that's what's about to happen to Klay Thompson because he went to Dallas. I'm like, huh? Like, what? Like, okay. The Golden State Warriors, I guess, traded him because he wanted more money than he thought he should get, especially coming off of the Achilles tendon tear. So he's at that point in his career now where he's trying to live on his past accolades rather than his current accolades. And when men they have an ego that kind of sometimes hurt their ego when they have to resort to their past glory, and then you got a superstar wife who's kind of outshining you and more relevant than you, and then being on more commercials than you. That could bruise a man's ego. I mean, when you dealing with that kind of stuff. So what about the book of notes she found about him cheating? I don't know. That's what I said. She said she cheated on. I mean, he cheated on her. So That's what I'm saying. But does because he cheated, does he owe her $700,000 a month? I'm just saying. I don't know, right? That's not those relationships don't work, especially when he got it like that. He could pull any kind of woman he want at this stage of his life, and she's gonna be competing against that every day. Oh, Bristol Bay says she wants a love and a family. He just wants sex. Well, I think I agree. I think he wants love in the family, but he wants it on his terms. He wants a woman he can control, and he's not gonna be able to control Megan Thee Stallion. He wants a woman that will give him love and a family, and allow him to go play on the side if he so choose to. Right? That's what he want. But Megan Thee Stallion ain't gonna stand for that. She don't want that. She want love and the family and commitment. And Clay Thompson not gonna give her that. He not gonna give her that. He not gonna give her that. Mm-mm. He not gonna give her that. Unfortunately. So that's what I gotta say about that. It's good that they went on their own separate ways. I'm glad they didn't get married because once you start getting married, that's what becomes what a business relationship, and it really would have got nasty if it seems that he was going to take her half of his money earnings, or vice versa, right? Unless they came into an amicable agreement where you know they both part their ways with their own money. But once you start buying mansions and property together, and that property is based on your combined income, that and that value and that property could then maybe retain or increases value in the future, that becomes a really murky situation. So I'm glad they didn't. I don't know what they did, they didn't, but I'm glad they didn't sign on the dotted line. I don't think they did that. So April Rains, what's up, April? How you doing? I just joined. What was the $700 a month for? How does she think that she's due that amount? They're not married because she said he in the league. He in the league and probably pull on in what, I don't know what he get. Probably pulling in 25 million based on the contract. I don't know. Let's look up his contract. I don't like looking up people's money like that because I wouldn't want them looking at mine. But let's see what his is. Clay Thompson contract for 2026. This is kind of crazy, and they're trying to put legislation in place that they don't publish their contract. So for this season, he's making $16 million. It says Klay Thompson is under contract with the Dallas Mavericks for the 2025-2026 at a base salary of $16 million, pretty much $17 million, part of a 3-year, $50 million sign and trade deal signed in 2024. He is signed through 2027 and will become an unrestricted free agent at the age of 37 with a $17.46 million salary for the 2026-2027 season. I don't see him. I don't see him. This will probably be his last big contract, to be honest. And then he'll probably play on a veteran's minimum, unless he somehow has some miraculous change. So, Bristol Bay said, "I feel so bad for her. She needs her mom and dad." Bristol Bay, excuse me, says, "April, I don't believe that she asked for that." Oh yeah. Well, Klay Thompson, there's a screenshot going around where Klay Thompson said that he started to side eye her when she made that demand. Hold on, let me see if I can find something on that. $700,000 Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson. Uh, Megan. Tweet. 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 Twitter. Tweets. Let's see what they say. Hold on. Ooh, what did I just find? Damn, that was a good that was a salacious. Ooh, it says somebody on X says. Let's see what somebody on X says. They said you got women. Ooh, Gucci. Is this Gucci? Real Gucci man? No, I ain't Gucci man. You got women bashing this man. Yet this was happening. Isn't she famous and rich independently? So Clay Thompson made a statement saying that Megan Thee Stallion wanted him to be giving her $700,000 a month just because he's in the NBA. Says she needed it for her monthly upkeep. Ever since she asked you for that, the relationship was never the same. So, mm. And we're not even talking about taxes. We're not even talking about taxes. What's up, Sandra? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for your mercy. I didn't hear. I didn't now. Hold on. Hi. Now I didn't hear she asked him for anything. Y'all got to go out there and look. It's out there. He said that. That's what he said. That the relationship was never the same when she asked for 700,000 a month because he in the league. Hopefully I can still okay because he in the league and she needs 700,000 for upkeep. That's what y'all could listen. I only tell you what I saw there. I ain't sugarcoating it. I don't believe it. I mean, I'm just telling you. Y'all can make your own opinion. I'm just telling you what I heard out there. Sandra says I don't believe that. But see, okay, I don't know. Then as I was doing my research, there was this other tweet saying that she owed him. No, he owed her something else. I don't know because maybe they made an arrangement since he cheated on her. She owed him such and such. Y'all gotta go look at it out there because I don't, y'all could probably find more than me. Brixton Bay, that's a lot of money. She got it backwards. I would have got the ring for her. She needs her mom to got her. That poor girl. Listen, she probably knew she wasn't gonna get the ring because I read someone else that he started backtracking when she asked for like a commitment. Like I guess he introduced her to the family, all this stuff. Then I guess when she started pressing for the ring, he started getting cold feet. So, she probably was dropping hints. Hey, when we gonna do this? Da, 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 da. Well, when we gonna get the ring and you know? So yeah, that's a young, beautiful woman. She didn't need him anyways. He ain't even cute. Ooh, child, Sandra. Ooh, okay, Sandra. Mm, all right. What else I wanted to say? Mm, we talked about the white. Oh, let's switch over to this. Tech leaving people behind. So I feel sad for a lot of my older fellow humans, I guess I would say. Not even people I know directly. Um oh Lord, Central Bat saying they want these beautiful women and want to cheat in peace. But Sandra, you gotta understand that world is totally different than your world and my world. I don't know your world. I don't know if you're making $16 million a year, but their world is totally different. They play for the camera and then be cheating on whoever, you know, or whatever. And you gotta understand. And let me, Sandra, I'm not against you. But when she made that, maybe Clay Thompson got tired of every woman he encountered being for his bag. Sandra, did you listen to my song Pre-Nup? Well, you just got here, right? So you missed me playing the song Pre-Nup, right? So I'm gonna just say, Sandra, maybe Clay Thompson got tired of every woman being about the bag and thought that when he got with Megan, it would be different because she had her own. Then she come on talking about she want this, she want that, right? Because she got tired of dealing with busters who had less than her, right? And were looking for her to finance their lifestyle. So she was happy to find a man who made more money than her. But Clay Thompson was like, damn, she's just like every other girl. So, she don't love me for me. She loved me for my money. So therefore he continued on his own ways. I'm a girl's girl. I can tell you a girl's girl. But don't be a girl's girl. Don't be a blind girl's girl. Meaning don't be blind that the girls ain't doing nothing wrong. All I'm saying, dog. You know what I mean? Ooh, child. I'm just saying, I'm for the women too, to some extent, just like y'all be for the men to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, child. Let me see. Um, hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick, child. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I can't do that right now. I was trying to do something. Hold on, I'm gonna play the song. I'm playing real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I think Sandra came in a little bit late. Sandra, listen, listen, Sandra.
You gotta
Listen,
sign this prenup.
sign it,
If you
Sandra.
want this come up,
You gotta come
you
up,
gotta sign this prenup.
Sandra.
If
Sign
you
it.
want this come up,
You trying to come up,
I can
Sandra?
give you the world, but girl, I need you to give this pen a twirl. I will buy you Gucci, Prada, and Balenciaga, but baby girl, I need you to sign this prenup. If you want
Sign
this,
it.
come up, ooh, if you want this, come up,
Sign it, Sandra.
I spent years lifting weights, working out late to be great, to get this money like Bill Gates. I put it all on the line all the time, at the 50-yard line. So I can't have you leaving me without a dime. I know you may scoff at this request, but baby, you know I am the best. So take a minute to sign this prenup.
That's right. Sign the prenup, Sandra. Please. I even say you may scoff at this request, but Sandra, you know I am the best. So sign this prenup. Come on, Sandra. Feel the word, feel the emotion behind those words, Sandra. I tell you, I am the best. Please don't scoff at this request, okay? Sign this prenup, okay? Sandra, I tell you, I spent years lifting weights to be great and get this money like who? Bill Gates, okay? I'm not going to have you leaving me with no dimes and taking all mine while I get drilled on the 50-yard line. Come on, Sandra. Come on. The words. Listen to the words, Sandra. Sandra, please. Sandra, we listen. I write from the heart, Sandra. I wrote that song from the heart, from my fellow brothers who be going out here dumb as hell, not signing on the line and be giving up all their dimes because they didn't get a signature on the line. Sandra.
If you want this, every Sunday I get drilled on a football field. So let's keep it real. I work hard for every last dime and put my health on the line. But baby girl, I can't have you taking my last dime. Baby, I know you fine, but broken fine don't rhyme. So please let me keep mine.
What did I say? Broke and fine don't rhyme, so please let me keep mine, Sandra. Broke and fine don't rhyme, so please let me keep mine and stay on the dotted line, Sandra. Sandra, I told you I wrote that from the heart. Broke and fine don't rhyme. So please let me keep mine and sign on the dotted line, Sandra. Sandra. Whew, I'm about to cry listening to this song. Oh my God.
Sign on the dotted line. You gotta sign this prenup, prenup. If you want this, come up. Oh, you gotta sign this prenup, prenup. If you want this, come up. Oh, sign on the line, and everything will be fine. We will travel the world from sea to sea and turn your dreams into reality. But baby girl, I'm letting you know up front, you gotta sign prenup, prenup. You want this, come up. Oh, I got to sign it, prenup. You want this, come up. Oh, you got to sign this prenup. If you want this, come up.
Okay, so there you go. That song Prenup. Oh Lord, now April Rain. So that song is too sexy to be talking about that, but that was the point, right? I wanted something sexy. I want a seductive song to just draw you in and you listen to the lyrics and listen and the player send it to his girl, like, hey, check out this sexy song that I found, and then boom, let her know. Sign the prenup, and then she can't turn it off because she liked the song. Nah, April, what's see what I mean? So I can't get too sexual in my song. Now I can't get too all sexual. I know it's a sexy tune and all that, but I can't be, I gotta be careful. Yes, you know what I mean. So just let me know. So I'll be trying to. Sir King a freak. But anyway, Dipstick says marriage is a business. That's what I told him, Dipstick. That's what I told him. So sister over here lying, talking about I don't need to be married. I can date you forever, but I'm not signing. Okay, well, yeah, you hit up Clay Thompson. He may want you. ah! What's up, what's up, Cheryl the Spoiler Barnett? You been watching the playoffs. How you doing? Good to see you. That's something I want to talk about this too, right? The playoffs real quick. But let me finish with your comments about the sexy song. They ain't signed no prenup. They ain't doing a lot of rebellious women in this chat. Hello again, Soul Sister. I mean Cheryl Burnett, excuse me, not Soul Sister. Let me see. They talking about who this? What's up, Sandra? I hear. Oh, that's you. She talking about. Okay. So don't sign nothing ever. Okay. They call you a serial data. Oh, you saw him acting up? No, that song them lyrics, boy, they be getting to me, and I be wanting to send them out, especially during the NFL thing. Woo, I wanted to send them out to some players. I'm gonna start hitting. I'm gonna start DM. I'm gonna start following everybody and say, "Hey, you need this song tailored to you? Because I'm about to send Clay Thompson that song. I'm gonna tailor it and say basketballs. You tore your Achilles heel. Okay, all right. I'm gonna put something to make it rhyme like that. All right. You told your Achilles heel, you trying to keep it real, and now she sees you as a meal or something like that. Okay, well he can slide it right over to her. Let me see what she's saying. All right, let me see. Sandra says, hold on, hold on. Megan's had 10. Brixton, you hear that? And what's that other lady named Sandra up here? You hear the Meg has had 10 boyfriends before him. Thank you, them slick. All right. I think marriage is what you make of it. I've been married about almost 30 years come July. What? I would agree. Marriage of today is very different. Yes, Sandra. You don't have Instagram. You don't have Twitter. You didn't have no Pornhub. You didn't have a lot of stuff. All you had was what? Magazines. And that was it. and they were barely getting naked in those. So yeah, you didn't have to deal with the temptation. And by the time the temptation came around, the man was like, "Well, I've been with her for 25 years. I ain't gonna leave her now." So Sandra, you born at the right time. But yeah, so child, them lyrics and prenup, ooh, they hit hard. Mm-hmm. I was about to say a crime. It would be a crime for you to let you take my dime. All right, that's what I'm about to put in there, but I didn't put that line in because I didn't want it to be a crime. Cause people, why you said I committed a crime? So I said I just can't have you take, leave me without my last dime. Mm-mm-mm. But I put it all on the 50-yard line. Mm-mm. Yeah, them lyrics hit hard. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. What else I want to talk about? So we was getting some other stuff about. I feel sorry for my older fellow citizens because man, I feel so sad because like, listen, the older generation just getting outpaced, man. Technologies, they tell them, if child, if the older generation don't have a computer, they stuck. And don't tell them to go to no damn library because that's not right. Like Jay Wilson. But listen, for real, they tell them like, crazy. I had to help somebody today who they had to create a username and password for their account. And, to us, that's nothing. But somebody who was born around time when dad was like, what? And then they got to remember the username and password. And if they don't, if it's one letter off or they don't remember capitalization, then they ain't getting no access to it. I was, man, it's crazy how technology is just leaving people behind. I just feel sad. I just really do because it's crazy. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. For privacy concerns, people can only help you so far because they're scared that they trying to protect that person and all that. So it's just, I just wanted to say that real quick. It's sad. Somebody 80, 70, 80 years old, and yeah, Shawty, views by Shawty, you have to keep up. You can't fall behind. Like you have to. They don't care about what your age is. You have to. And it's just sad for those who are just not digitally inclined. Or, you forget. Well, you got so many damn passwords, you forget. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So, yeah. What else I want to say? What else I want to say? I want to say, what I want to kind of say. Let's see. I want to say this. Um, so I've been having my own personal issues, y'all. That's why I ain't been online, right? So the Avatar mobile, I think I have to retire the Avatar mobile and try to get something, but I don't want to do it, and I don't. And to keep the Avatar mobile going, it's been a very expensive process to do so. And I told you my trepidation to move it to something more modern. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want. Kind of weird to say this, but I don't want to get a modern car. I don't. I really don't. And I told you all this technology going around, and they're doing a lot of stuff with surveillance and things like that, and I just don't want to do it. And I know to keep the Avatar mobile, it's gonna be stupid. I don't want to. I don't want to get rid of it. But let me just tell you something. I can't have a car not be loyal to me because I'm loyal to it. And what's crazy, what I told you about technology actually left me stranded. It left me stranded. And I'll tell you what happened. I told y'all before. Um, it's something that speaks to how can I explain it? Because y'all, some people so nosy. But when you push your car to start, there's something in it that talks to that makes sure that everything is kosher. Let me just say that. When you push it, something sends out a signal. Da, 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 da. Well, if that thing gets messed up, then you stuck, right? And it's more complex than I'm explaining. So this past weekend, thank God, I believe in God, obviously. But God sends you signals and you have to pay attention to them. You do, right? God ain't gonna keep blessing a dummy. So crazy thing was, and it probably was a blessing. Crazy thing was that it got allowed me to get to point A, but I said, shit, I need some gas, right? But I'm glad it allowed me to get from point A to point D was the gas station. Then at the gas station, it just acted started the same thing. Left me stranded. But luckily I was in a space where I was thinking if I need to get it towed, then I can get it towed. And if not, I mean, it wouldn't mess up anything. Because the main thing I think about is if I'm going to, mess up somebody's business operations or whatever. Oops. So, because I don't want to sit there and then you be in the middle of something and the people can't do their business operations. So, luckily, I was able to get it to where, I got to a safe, sound place. But come to find out that I couldn't put myself in no situation like that no more. And I'm not going to be making the investments in something that's only going to lose me money over time, even though I don't want to give it up. So that's stressful as hell for something that, may leave you stranded. Nobody will be left stranded on no damn vehicle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Um, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Dempsey says push to start vehicles. The insurance is more expensive. I know because I have one. What you mean the start vehicle, the insurance is more expensive? Please elaborate. What you mean? Because that's pretty much what all the vehicles are now, right? So make a long story short. So yeah, I said so I don't really want to have to purchase a vehicle or anything like that. What you gotta do, what you gotta do. So, but I learned a lot from this process. So, y'all know what happened with that other situation with that lady. Mm, that I spent almost $3,000 on a damn rental car, and she wanted to come front and center about some damn 250. After she said, "Oh, anything you need, baby, I'll be there for you." Don't trust nobody. Don't trust nobody. So, what I was gonna say. So during that ordeal, that made me question like rental car companies and all that, right? So I started like investigating rental car companies because my experience with the rental car company I had was atrocious, right? And now they're doing these tactics where they'll hold stuff on your car longer than it's supposed to, and all this other stuff. But make a long story short, while I was out handling business, I had to take a Uber, and I usually don't talk to my Uber. Like I don't talk when I get in the car. I don't talk to my Uber driver. I just don't. One because they vibe me off. I remember that one time I took an Uber. The guy literally hawked up and spit like it did spit it out the window. I was like, ugh. I was just like, oh, I was just like, ugh, gross. So usually, and then I had like, and normally like the Uber driver, I rarely have a black one, right? I rarely have a black Uber driver. And the one black Uber driver I had, it was in the middle of the day, and she was so scared. And her vibe was she was just so scared. Right? She was looking at what I had in my hand. What I had in my hand was my phone. So, so I was just like, I've been put off by rideshare drivers and stuff like that, or they just not considerate. Like, no, I don't want to hear that kind of music. Like, I know but when the customer gets in the car, at least don't have no music or ask the person what they want or whatever. So while I'm dealing with this, because this is stressful as hell, I had to get an Uber to handle some of my business. And the lady that I had, she was a black woman, articulate, articulate, and it was just such a pleasure to have a pleasant ride. Like I tipped her because I tipped them in hand because I don't know how much them ride share things do. Like when they tip us on YouTube, I don't know how much they be. I mean, well, I know how much they take, but y'all think we really get $20 when we really don't get $20. So I don't know how much when they get a tip they actually get how much is taken. So sometimes I like to just tip them in hand, um, so they can go get them something to drink, something like that. But she was really of all the ride shares, she was the most pleasant, that I ever had. Like she had jazz music playing in the car, and all the car was clean. The car smelled decent and stuff like that. I don't know. It was just for a stressful day. That was just something that was needed unexpectedly, and stuff like that. And then when you see someone who looked like us that act professional, it's it gives you some hope. To be honest, it really does. It really does. Social says SK. I know people in the 80s and still know how to work on laptops. It's not how you are. It's the no, 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 no. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. It's a lot of Asian people out there. It's not how you are. It's an individual thing. No, I have to disagree with that a little bit because I didn't say anything about having to work how to work a laptop. What I said was that you're required to have a username and password for things that you need in life. So if you need access to your bank account and have to go online, or you need to access medical records, it's no longer calling up someone to get an update on what happened. You have to know how to do that because they'll point you to a link, and then the aging population gets pointed to a link, and they're like, "How? What now?" And then what happens is then they get pointed to, "Oh, we need you to verify by your cell phone number." Okay, then what? So what I'm saying is, it's leaving a lot of people behind who are aging in population. I think, and like you're right, some of them can operate a laptop. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the process of going in there and what these businesses are asking them to do, because a lot of them think they could just like the days before go or call, and then they can get their information they need. And that's not the option. The options that's being presented to them, especially when the first tier of support is AI. When the first tier of support is AI, they get so frustrated because the person's not being responsive. And if they don't input what they want a human, and then the AI thing is combating them. It's like, no, you're not telling me where I need to point you. And I mean, I've had my own experience with AI, and if you don't do what AI tells, it hangs up on you. So imagine going through all that, then going through second tier support, still dealing with having to do with AI, then being said, okay, we're going to send a code to the phone that you're calling them on, asking them, knowing how to navigate to your phone that you're talking to them, then to your cell phone. I mean, then to your messages and not disconnect the call, then going to give them a code. It's a lot for someone who's not. You may be tech savvy, and I applaud you in that, but just a lot of my exposure to people who are in that community, it's a growing concern. That's all I'm saying. So that's why I mentioned that. Let me see. Well, I'm not sure what you're going through. I don't know your dilemma. But I was just curious about the insurance part. That's all. They are still active in the lines. They know their passwords and still travel everywhere. Age doesn't define everyone. I think social, so you're taking it a little bit more personal than I'm stating. I never said that the person couldn't travel. I never said they didn't know all their passwords. I said what is being required is being frustrating for a lot of the aging population. I'm involved in my community. I know what's going on. Not saying that you aren't. But what I said was that technology is leaving a lot of the older population behind. That's what it was. And that's all I said it was. I didn't talk about nobody going on no vacation because I know a lot of elderly people who planning for trips right now. So didn't say they couldn't travel or anything like that. I said the method in which they're being required to access things that they need is, did I say everyone? So, sister, I think you taking things too personal because I didn't say everyone. I said I feel sorry for the aging population. Did I say everyone in the aging population? No. Like I just said, do I feel sorry for those who are all single and they have to sign a prenup? No. But I said there's certain people in that category that I'm saying. I didn't say everyone. So, Y'all be getting so defensive. If it don't apply, let it motherfucking fly. Um, well, let me just tell you this. You think old age stops people? No, I didn't. I'm the one that was motherfucker up here, sitting up here, encouraging the people on this application to use technology. The situation that I did with Mama D was teach her technology. So if anything that I want to do is encourage the older population how to use technology productively in their life. That's why I had an affinity for Bless Watkins because she sat up here and learned StreamYard. So I think what you're trying to do is kind of offend me a little bit because I don't like people putting labels on me saying that I'm something that I'm not, and my actions have shown completely the opposite of what you're calling me and saying that I'm doing. Okay, I'm not calling out nobody. I've always set up here and encouraged the people who are older to and recognize those, and a lot of people have receive my support in embracing technology because what I do see is that our older people, anybody, something that's unfamiliar to them and that's foreign and that makes them feel difficult, they shy away from. So what have I've done is, and I think you're kind of you have age insecurity and you're trying to put it on me, okay? And I don't appreciate that because that kind of energy is not what I'm trying to put out on this live, and you're misreading everything that I've done for 5.5 years on this application, and me saying that I felt concerned for our aging population when I could absolutely not give a fucking shit because that's not my demographic. Right? I could be warm and I could be motherfucking cold, and you're pushing me to a point where I'm getting about a little bit cold about you because every time that you come on my live, you always want to stay opposite of the fact, but I ignore that. And I'm kind of not in that type of time because I'm dealing with a lot of shit in my personal life. And I come on here because I know I have a following and I don't want to not like disengage with them for a while because I can shut this shit down real quick and be selfish as fuck and focus on my shit, right? But I know I have some people who like to hear from Sir King. So if you don't, if this is a live where you feel personally attacked by your age demographic, then hit the fucking X button because there's about a billion other channels that you can go to. Okay, I don't care if you don't cuss. I'm an adult. You don't tell me what I could talk to you because me being nice, me being vocabulary appropriate, it's obviously got you feeling comfortable that you could come to me and tell me that I'm targeting a certain age demographic. Now, I didn't mention no curse words when I was sitting here talking to the people that I was saying that I felt concerned about. But now you're gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, not everybody. You talking about everybody?" No, I'm not. And now that I'm putting pumping my chest out, so you understand how I don't appreciate you, gonna tell me that, "Oh, you didn't curse me." See, that's the problem. That consideration in terms of dialogue and mutual exchange go out the window when you sit up here and tell me that I'm going at a certain age demographic or offending them or saying that they slow or don't get this. That is your feelings, right? So once I address you appropriately and respect it, then step off the gas. Thank you. Because this is the other side of me that you push me to when you repeatedly go at me. If you don't like my conversation, be an adult and exit the broadcast rather than keep going at. Because would you treat Tim Blaine this way? I highly doubt you would be combative with Tim Blaine this way. Because you'll be sucking his right and his left testicle and licking on his anal sphincter every time I see you over there. So I know how respectful you can be to certain content creators. I watch you. I love it when people like to like have senses of favoritism in other people's chats and stuff. And then when they want to come to you, they want to pump out your chest because maybe in their mind you're not as relevant, you're not as specific. I mean, you're not as relevant or don't command that certain level of respect. But all I was saying, if you go back and rewind, is that I fear for some of the members of our Asian population because technology is leaving them behind. That's all I said. That's all I said. Oh, not everyone like that. Not that kind of attitude causes the younger generation not to give a fuck. When I'm sitting in a meeting when I'm sitting in a community meeting, when I'm sitting in a board meeting, your attitude is like, okay, why waste resources on them? I'm gonna keep it 100. Now let's steer this money from that committee that is for our Asian population and steer it towards maybe community and technology development. Be careful what you say to people and how you say it, because the way you say it may cause them not to give a fuck. I'm sorry, you just caught me on the rain fucking day. You don't have to cuss me out, okay? That's what Lemon did what? Did and do. Did and do. I'm a grown adult. Baby girl. I know you might be 60, 70, 80, but you ain't heard this mouth. You didn't heard how I could curse. I'm an adult. I pay taxes. I pay bills. I pay this. So you asking me to respect a rite of passage that you're not reciprocating. I show and express concern for the Asian population, and now you're asking me not to curse you. Y'all, so that respect and consideration goes out the motherfucking window. I don't care if you were here when Moses was alive. When you disrespect me, you don't get everything. Bye. Good night. Sleep well, sleep tight, and remember your motherfucking passwords. Okay, now moving on. As I was saying, sorry that you had to see the other side of Sir King. I do apologize for that, but I don't like that. And I think what is going on now, why the younger in the generation aren't respectful to the older generation, because some of the older people could be mad disrespectful to the younger generation, right? I'm just keeping 100. I don't believe that, but I've come on here being a strong advocate for our elderly and our aging population to embrace technology rather than run from it. And you're coming up, not all old people, not all age, not everyone. And I'm like, girl, really? She just moved. And then she kept on. It's like I can ignore you, and I know the discipline, but when you change the whole fucking mood. We up here singing songs about prenups, $16 million. We having a good ass time. I'm singing the Sandra, yeah, and then you not. I'm old and I'm proud. Okay, then you old and you're proud. Okay, I'm looking out for the old folks. Damn, shit. Ah, it should be all over there. Oh, Tim Blaine. Oh, I love something. Anyway, what's up, Phoebe? How you doing? Nah, she would throw me off, but I get tired. Man, she been doing that for years. Now I know she gonna unsubscribe and don't come back. That's fine. Okay. Woo! Talk about she done dated. Who she said she done dated all them years? I'm like, girl, nah, you could be. All right, you could be proud. You could be proud about not dating. Okay, somebody want to put a ring on it. Somebody want to put a ring on it and marry you, right? Somebody want to put a ring on it, and you content. You content. Okay, girl. Yeah, you can't fool me. You can't fool me. But anyway, child, listen. Yeah, when you say Tim gonna read you, I'm gonna read him too. How you gonna read somebody and your teeth? Not let me just tell you, there's a lot of teeth been falling out around here lately. Okay, they need to get them teeth recalibrated. Okay, ghettos don't have him in his mouth. Tim Blaine, his gonna fall out too if he come for me because I can read him up and down, left and right, front and center, all slouching down in that chair when he know he need to be perked up and lively. Okay, all right. Right. Now she want to send Tim Blaine after me. Let it. I could take him head on. I could do a karate chop in her throat and then knee him in the groin at the same motherfucking time. Okay. What you go? What is going to be the old lady gang? You gonna be the old lady gang? What him, Jay Wilson, and Soul Sister? After me, the old lady gang coming after my. Let do what it do. It might be a red bandana moment. Okay, we ain't had outcome from all three of their asses at the same motherfucking time. Okay, now I gotta take a brief commercial break. Okay, and we gonna play an oldie but goodie. Okay, Mama not mad for what's her name, soul sister. Mama need to go to bed. Okay, oh here talking about not all old people, not all old people. Ain't your supposed to be your man, soul sister? Go to bed.
Mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama just hurt. It has been a heck of a week in these internet streets. Big brief page got taken like someone stole a bacon. She kept saying, Mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama just hurt. She got caught professing her love for this man with green locks who talked bad about her box and told her the kid rocks. We had a dragon who had a lip sync competition, but it seemed like her internet went missing. They say she played with the pot and took a few hundred off the top, then we had a lemon. Whose mama came through yelling for him to clean up his room and kitchen before she makes him go missing. The same lemon turned on his friend and made her seem as if she's a victim over and over again. Yeah. It's been a heck of a week in these internet streets. You better not go to sleep or you will miss a beat. Mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. There were these call-ins where the callers were kicking everybody's back in. They were talking about everybody and anybody that they needed to offend. Some of their remarks even left you with a grin. Word on the curb is that Ness got fired from her job because someone called her manager Bob. She did not declaim and said she getting another job where the pay is insane and less of a pain. Mama, mama, hey, yeah. Mama not mad, mama just. It's been a heck of a week in these internet streets. You better not go to sleep or you will miss a beat. That is it for now, so better get some sleep. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt.
Now, views by Shotty, how he gonna read me when he need Coke bottles to see? He better get up out of here. He better hope that Coke don't go out of business knowing he need them damn glasses like a damn telescope looking like he worked for motherfucking NASA. You better get on somewhere all slouched down. No enthusiasm in his broadcast, and he another person who can't be up here just singing all kind of tunes. Ooh, oh, baby, you look so good in the middle of the night. I wish you was so bright. I was like, if this off-key motherfucker don't shut up, okay, I know Squeenie be over there just like, free me, free me. I know that's torture for that damn dog. Everywhere I go, you said no. I'm like, who told you AJ Wilson to sing? If y'all don't shut up, especially him, I know them neighbors be reporting on his ass. I'll break it out. Everywhere I go, they say I gotta pay more. Yeah, motherfucker, you should. You out here on public assistance. You should pay more. Because everything else is less in your life. I'm just saying. I'm like, these off-key people, yeah. Child, they think they can, boy, that need to be an internet entry exam test. Can you sing? No, don't. And since you try to sing, you just everything go mute or it boot you off. Oh, child. Sorry, y'all. Y'all saw me a rare form night. Boy, that lady got me pissed off. That's probably years and years of anxiety just coming out with her. Because anything dealing with her age group, she gonna have an issue with. Okay, now if I'm talking about babies, teens, young adults, Middle aged folks, it's cool. But once I get talking about the elderly, boy, don't. Oh boy, she gonna get mad. She comes swinging. I'm like, okay, we know. They just said, let it fly. If it don't apply, well, it definitely hit her and it stuck. Okay, damn. Anyway, sorry y'all. Okay, Thin Slit says, this is my quiet time to check my husband and my emails and run my robotic vac. Don't tell them so since you got a robotic Lord, a robotic email. Don't tell so sister you got a robotic vacuum child. She gonna sit up there and say, "Oh, you can't get up there and use a broom, okay, in a dustpan, okay." Used by Shauna says, "Slow down. I love Mr. Tim. That's good. You can love him, but will he love you enough to sign you without a prenup? That's how you determine true love." Dipstick says, "I adore Mr. Tim, but I think I think I don't. Does he really? Does he really? Do you think he know that he can't sing?" Hmm. Okay, Tim Slick. Since you say he know tell him that to his face. Tell that him to that face and see what he said. See, thank you, Angela White. That's one of the few compliments that I've seen because they've been over here swinging. Thank you, Angela White. Said nice, thank you. I appreciate that, child. They out here swinging for Mr. AARP himself and Mrs. AARP. Child. I'm gonna be a giant turkey. Well, he need to eat some turkey because he over there looking like a 4-eyed turkey himself. But anyway, oh Lord, J Crib Keeper. Face thinks he can sing. I think he did calculate the effects of the GLP-1 on his throat box or whatever they call it, his larynx, because he sounded kind of he started singing. I told you he's singing that for fillers instead of commercials. That's what you're gonna get. Bad singing. All right, what else you want to talk about? Damn, did I finish my car story? Yeah, so pretty much I'm scared of technology. If you was in my member group, I posted y'all that by 2027, they put in government is mandating that they have tracking, they have some surveillance in your car that could pretty much see what you're doing. So if you being a distracted driver, and I think they're doing that to see who's the cause, who's at fault for accidents. Were you eating a chupa lupa? Were you paying attention to the road, or were you on your phone? And it's going out there. Like I said, I do put useful information out there for my members that applies to the real life. So if you want to become a member, feel free to do that. I definitely put that out there. So yeah. But regarding my situation, it's stressful, but you got to do what you got to do. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And all I'm gonna say is let me tell you, Avis. Let me tell you something. Avis, Alamo, I think all them companies, and Enterprise on it, they something happened with the stock. I didn't read, but they take. Let me tell you something. They better to watch the fuck out. I'm telling you, if they allow that independent operation of rental cars, let's say Soul Sister allow somebody to rent her 1926 hatchback and put it on the application and take the business from Avis Alamo Enterprise. Oh, child, y'all gonna see a new day in a few years. I was researching that too because I told you had such a negative experience with Enterprise. I told you my experience with them so bad that they didn't change the what was it called, the air conditioning filter. Had me, and this was the height of COVID. Had me sitting up there coughing and breathing all that, and they would post us up there and change the air conditioning filter. I went and changed my motherfucking self. I said, I know y'all gonna give me some money. So yeah, I mean, I'll recoup some of that. So that's crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, technology is definitely changing the game. So we shall see. We shall see. Let me see what you're saying. Jay Wilson is pre-dementia. Constant repeating is one of his signs. Look, they'll say, I don't know if it's that or he's just using that as a way to augment content. I don't know. Or maybe he's found the way to goop the system. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Also, y'all, Mother's Day is coming up. So if you want a Mother's Day song made for your mama, your grandmama, so sister, if you want one made for your I don't know, your mama, I don't know. Child, every time I say something about, anyway, if you want a graduation coming up too, you want a graduation song made up. If you want a wedding song, a divorce song, or a prenup song, let me know. But for Mother's Day, feel free if you want a song made for your mother. You know, this is an example of what can be made, child. Feel free to hit me up. Let me know. Leave a comment under a video. Message me on Twitter. I got that posted over there on the link. Or you can feel free to hit me up on IG, Avatar Nation underscore nation on IG. DM me. All right, here's the Mother's Day song, preview song. Here we go. Ciao.
Happy Mother Day. Ooh. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Yeah, yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day on your special day. Know that you are number one, and I hope this day is full of fun. It's your day and it's gonna be full of cheer. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Ooh. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Keep living life to the fullest, and know you are the coolest. Today is your special day. Enjoy your special day and make sure to have a blast. You are tremendously blessed, so don't stress, because God is keeping you blessed. Oh, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, y'all. So that's just a sample of what can be made for your special loved one on Mother's Day or whatever occasion you want coming up. So feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in that. We can have that come to fruition. All right. So now let's get. Hold on. Did you say a divorce song? Oh hell yeah! If you want to let somebody know you don't love them no more and it's time to go and get the hell on, we could definitely do that too, child. You let me know. You let me know what you want to come to fruition, and then we could definitely do what to do. You got some ideas, Sandra? Just joking, just joking. All right, so let's get into the news that you absolutely cannot use. And pretty much the two things that I'm gonna talk about really is so the Goose Man done ran off, right? Okay, the Goose Man done ran off. So apparently they say the Goose Man done deleted his channel. Now I knew he was gonna delete his channel this time. Because now I don't know, like I said, I've been kind of MIA a little bit what's going on. But I knew after the heat turned up on that uppity situation, because if you listen to my last time, I said we as men, you should have passed that what you saw off to Pizarro, Demon's O, or Lady Nika and let them express and address that situation. Because you, as a man who's using female avatars, that just the optics of that just ain't gonna never be in your favor. Even if you were trying to be out here as someone who was worried about the welfare of a child, because you got to look at the other negative Nancy's who gonna spin that on you and say, "Why were you looking at the child like that? Why were you thinking of the child that way?" Oh, da, 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 da. So I understand maybe he wanted to be Samaritan, what's it called? A good Samaritan or Samaritan of the year. But he wasn't going to win that in the court of public opinion with the optics of his situation and his presentation. Because presentation is key, right? Especially in the way in which that was identified, right? That wasn't even identified quickly by the people that had to sit up there and turn themselves into CSI to see what he saw. You know what I mean? They got people slowing it down. Ooh, fat. Trying to sit up here and state it wasn't obvious and clear day. You know, You know, like Jay Wilson's grinder going off. That was clear as day. Or Jay Wilson running across the screen looking like a bloated Santa Claus to get some habanero wings. That was clear as day. But that situation with Uppity and all that, that wasn't clear as day. So they're like, why are you looking at that? Why? How many times you know what I mean? So that wasn't that gave his enemies more ammunition, and he had to delete left and get off the application. Now will he be back? Probably. Who knows? I don't know. But I think he was just probably feeling himself a little bit too much, and they were about to put a jacket on him that was about to fit real tight. I don't know. So he got the hell up out of here and is going to use time to erase people's memory. I don't know. So that's what I got to say about that. Now, moving on. Sparkle, the alien. Sparkle, what the fuck is going on there? Child, what is going on there? Okay. Now, with that image, now I try to lay on Sparkle because Sparkle's, I don't think it got a malicious bone in its body. Okay, yes, I say it. Because after seeing that picture, you definitely be like, are they living among us?
Something, 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 something just ain't right. It just ain't right.
Ooh, child.
Did you see what I saw? And y'all gotta understand, when I heard the messages coming out, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going because I don't really want to. I already saw the waste management, you know, field that was over there before. So I was like, what else could top that? I was just sitting there. I'm like, what else could top that? So I delayed, you know, me trying to witness that, hoping that it was overblown. Because sometimes I learned to just wait and things will be overblown. But no, it wasn't overblown. It blew up my damn face. That's what almost happened. Because I was like, what is that? I always told you with AI, I said that is from an alien technology, child. And why you sparkles? I don't know if they called you sparkle because that's what it looked like when you came in on that UFO. It sparkled with some aviation lights. But sparkle, what's going on? I don't even want to know what's going on. But if you from another planet, solar system, or galaxy, please let us know. Please let us know. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all, spark. Sorry, you got me over here stuttering, child. Sparkles. The one thing I will commend you for, girl, you know you can fake it, even though you know you're not gonna make it. Because listen, your spirit is always spunky, even though we know that room is funky. Okay? So but you got an amazing spirit about you, and I appreciate that about you. I don't have no means to dog you out. I don't. But listen, keep being exuberant, faking it, and believing whatever you believe in your head because yeah, mm. Sans, you say, wait, what waste management, child? Listen, the first camera show she had, the lady had so much trash in the damn area that she room. It looked like she was living at one of the landfills at Waste Management, the company Waste Management, whatever. Now she come on camera looking like she from another fucking planet. So yeah. So what's up dropping the T? Oh, sorry, yeah, the T. What's going on? So yeah, and I'm not lying. I'm not putting 20 on 10. It's out there, and actually, my T that I'm dropping the T, is delayed T. So it means it's not hot piping. It's actually cold. So yeah, but I have to do my job. I have a job to do, and I'm not really doing it because I mean, I can be very messy. I'm not gonna mess with that because the pictures that's out there is it's a messy enough. So, but yes, right now I can appreciate her spirit, her positivity, even though everything else is the antithesis of that. Oh Lord, what? Oh Lord, damn slip going at that man said Jay Crip can face the entire family. Type 2 diabetic. That sister look like she child. I don't know. Nobody no sister, but you could tell like how he even interacts with them. That he definitely was distancing himself from that family legacy. I can tell you that much. Oh Lord, Sandra says now I'm sorry. He's not gay. They say he is. She always used that child as a shield. It's disgusting. Put that jacket on Goose. Sandra, all I would say, as we as men need to know when we can comment about certain things and when we shouldn't. And there's a lot of cues that I could. First of all, I think I know he is. He's in a female dominated space. So even the actions and the behavior he tries to hide, he can't hide because that's part of him. I'm a man, right? I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you, okay. Let me Lemon come up in the situation. Lemon loves women's aesthetics, but he knows how to somewhat be a man. Lemon is never going to come up here and put on a female avatar as as himself. That's just not Lemon. At the end of the day, knows he is a man, right? He knows that. Okay, whatever. Goosey, on the other hand, I don't think knows. Not saying he don't know he is a man, but he doesn't know what it is to be a man. Meaning that part of a man is never to identify yourself as a woman. Now you can still be a dude. I'm just saying because we got a lot of men dressing up and all that, but they know at a point in time they still have to be themselves. He's taken upon himself to now assimilate his online identity with female avatars. We as men know that that can't be us because that's not I mean, that just causes confusion as who we are. Like, I don't think a man should ever be come across as unless he wants to, and that's the problem. Goose Man doesn't want that to be part of his character online. He doesn't want to be known as a woman. So why the fuck are you sitting on here using female avatars? It didn't get offended when somebody says, "Oh, you must have some female tendencies." You see what I'm saying? So, but after he's in a female dominated space, he does not know or can't comprehend that. So, mm, he uses this as memes. People, okay, but he uses it incessantly as memes, right? That's an issue because as far as I know, he ain't never come over here and put a picture up of Hercules or the Hulk to just let us know. Okay, he doesn't have any identifying. That's like dropping the T. I don't know if you're a man or woman or whatever, but based on your picture, I'm thinking you may be of a woman. But if you're not and you are a man and you use that all the time and then switch it up the same thing as a woman over and over again, that's causing me to believe that you're identifying with a woman representing you. Oh, you see, you say drop said I'm a okay, exactly. So you see the confusion that that causes. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe you may be a male, and if you are a male, then maybe part of your existence identifies with being represented as a female to some degree. But you can't be upset with me when I begin to challenge you on that, not you dropping the T. Goosey will repeatedly get upset with people when they challenge him on that point. You are identifying yourself as a female consistently and incessantly, and then expect people to not question that when you say you are a heterosexual male by identifying yourself all the time in a space that don't go by those identification protocols. So it's going to cause confusion. I don't know. So it's crazy. Basically says it's weird. It's just crazy. Dempsey says just Gargoyle, aka Crystal, loves to put that jacket. She put on 3 men with her Raven Vows and oh Lord. Child. Well, let me just be honest with you. And no offense to my women audience, but women know how to strike a man and know how to say certain things about a certain man to get him to have a certain narrative about him. So, you know, I mean, people are very astute on what to call people and say to people to get people questioning them. Why does a man want a female image as his, well, they say that's popular in the gaming sector, you know? Mm, I don't know. Yeah, he needs to back himself more instead of running away. Well, I think he learns that that's the best approach to run away because when you confront and challenge people over here, that just causes people to try to hurt you more if they can, even if it involves offline tactics. So to him, that might be the smartest approach, which it may be. Go away, be forgotten, and then come back. And then your enemies, you're not provoking the flames of your enemies either by just going on. So certain things shouldn't be used, but people have no morals on here, so what can you do? I agree. You have to understand the art of the battle and the battlefield that you're in. Right. So, a lot of Lemon's issues were caused by him challenging and ramping up the challenges that had been made or that he had put out. When he should have either could have ignored them or just taken a day break to allow something else to dominate the news cycle. And then your enemies forget all about you and focus on something else. So, Sandra says, I agree, dropping a T. I am not signing a prenup. I was just joking. All right. So, yeah, so that's what I had to say about that. Drink was Lemon's issue. Yes and no. Reason why I say yes and no, because Drink fueled that, but he also failed to listen. So, um, but even when he was sober, he still held true to those challenges that he issued. So, and most important, how to pick your battles. I agree. Goosey is so weak. He left as soon as he got an ounce of what he gives. Well, when I dropped in VS chat and I said this, he called me a fat fuck. And let me just tell you something. Can I say this to y'all? No black man has ever called me a fat fuck. Usually, those no don't get offended dropping the T. Usually, white women normally would say fat fuck. That's based on my observations on TV and reality TV and real life interactions that they would call me. It's like you shut up, you fat fuck, and I'm like, wow, look at Valley Girl here. Lord, look at the Beverly 90210 come out of him. You know, it's not like he say you fat overgrown B-A. Oh, he does say B-A-N, but he says it like a valley girl to you. But he's like, you fat fuck. I'm like, whoa, somebody's been hanging with the surfers. But yeah, so I don't know. So, but to each their own. Let me see what y'all saying. I gotta get up out of here, y'all. Like, like Lemon, the only reason people know Goosey is because Sarkin, yes, I say the clap part. But he admitted it too. Brisson, I don't know. He said it on tape recently that it was because of me. But you know, Brisson, he started counting my pockets and was mad that people were dropping, the super chats. And I'm like, oh no, I can't be around you. Because if you count my pockets, that means you trying to count how to make me broke. Mm-mm. Oh Lord, she's dark skinned, pretending to be light skinned. She's barren. She's Stockholm syndrome victim, and she's mean and surly. Mm. I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't. There's a lot of characters. A lot of characters pretending to be nice people and all this stuff and all that. So I don't know. We got a lady running around here named Sparkles, but I don't see nothing over there glimmering. He was a Mitch then, and now he's a Mitch now. Yeah. And then they were talking about how he's being all up in people's business and all that other stuff. That's what you get, starting shit up. Talking about he did it for the see. mm, See, I know VS watched my show, but I think VS really jammed him up. I think VS really jammed him up, and I don't think she meant to jam him up. I knew where she was going when she had him on platform. But with VS's line of questioning, she wanted him to admit that he did it to protect them his channel, right? But he wouldn't admit to that. Not at the part I saw. I don't know if he came back and said that, but he kept saying this for the child. And when that weird ass voice and that avatar, when he kept saying this for the child, I'm like, this don't look right. This don't sound right. No, no, not at all. And I'm like, every time he kept saying it for the child, like, and then you didn't get the mama's approval, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be, this ain't gonna look right, and you might well say it's for Lemons Channel. I think if you said it for Lemons Channel, you would have done better because you could have then switched it from Lemons Channel to be for the welfare of the sector and that you're trying to let everybody eat and therefore you're looking out for everybody so they can pay their phone bill, cell phone bill, or whatever bill, or get food down at the bodega or whatever. If you would have went that route, because everything you was like, no, I don't want that to be about the child. No, no. And I'm like, and you should and then the imagery of a big ass woman voice coming behind that picture. I'm like, the options just don't sound right. Because let me shut up. Mm-mm. Them Slick, she has a mustache and doesn't bake. Oh, child. Oh, Lord. What you do to you, Them Slick? Goosey Duppy know who frightened. You're Jamaican too, so you know. So you know now me and Ma talk about. Yeah. Yeah, it's something not right about that. I'm just saying, like, yeah. I'm gonna drop my link in case anybody wants to come up, child, because I got to get going. Mm, I know, Brixton, with his weird ass. Don't know what he is from the night to the day. Put it up and down, female avatars. Be a man and show your nuts, boy. Show a more solar too. A more solar too, not a bang and not a wig. Not no nails. You a man. You a man. You got a dick in balls, boy. Show them. Anyway, anyway. Somebody said, Real Miss Darling says, farewell, Goosey. See you tomorrow. Let's see. Nah, I think it's, you know what, Miss Darling? I think it's still too hot in the damn kitchen. Uh, mm-mm. Hold on, let me see, let me see. He'll be back. And then it's yeah, he'll come back as Darth Vader or something. He'll come back as Darth Vader, and then somebody, oh, that's Goosey. Then he'll run off again. He'll come back as Darth Vader or Woody Woodpecker or something. I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play this last song. Hey, if you want to, please feel free to send a gesture, $ so King Cry. It's tremendously appreciated. If y'all also do so, cause ooh, child, mm, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Let me see something real quick. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me see what you said. I have never liked Gargoyle. Oh, child. I have never liked just Gargoyle. I know she was a snake at the gate. We saw the court paperwork on that. Oh, child. Well, I didn't investigate that deep. I didn't investigate that deep. Child. I know I know she been around here for like 11 years or so, 12 years or something. I don't know. Hold on. I think she. Hold on, let me tell you. I think she really like or something. So she man, listen, that lady put in some work. She went from sucking on lollipops to pretend sucking on lemons or a lemon, and then also sitting here sucking on plastic fan blades. So I guess she paid her dues. I guess I don't know anything. Anyway, what do I know? All right, y'all. I'm gonna play the song. What song was we gonna play with? Hold on. Ooh, child. Life. Oh, you know what? Let me just say this real quick. I ask y'all to please do me a favor. Please enjoy every day. Please do. And I say that because somebody had to bring it to my attention. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. They telling me, "Oh, you need to get you a car. You need to get you a car." And I'm like, "Look, I don't want to get no car. I don't want to be under the stress and strain of being obligated to pay someone because I think debt is modern day slavery. You obligated and you owe them. They don't care if you lose your job. They don't care if you become incapacitated. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They don't. They still want their money, right? They don't care. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't know. And they're like, look, man, they said your situation is this. You gonna keep putting money into something that gonna keep causing you to lose money. What's the point of that? And then like you gonna be working anyway. You gonna have to pay bills anyway. So why just you just said just look at the totality of the situation, right? Because at the end of the day, they're right. You're still gonna have a burden on your shoulder because you know that what you currently have, yes, may be fixed, but it's not 100% dependable. And yeah, you're gonna maybe have to take on an obligation or a debt, but at least your situation is gonna be more secure than running around with something that you know is not 100% trustworthy. But what it also showed me is why put yourself under more stress than you need to? Yes, it's the way of the world. Okay, some people they're billionaires. They won't have to worry about bills, but they got other stress, right? They got people trying to cheat them out their money. They got people trying to sue them. They got maybe a health situation going on. So what I'm all saying is like, listen, tomorrow ain't promised. That's what the person told me. Tomorrow's not promised. So while you trying to put your stress and figuring this out, tomorrow's not promised. So please enjoy every day that you can. And please take a step back and look what's going on in the world, right? We don't know if tomorrow or 2 days from now they'll tell us, oh, there's a shortage on oil. Oh, the ships are not going to make it here because they couldn't get past the Strait of Hormuz. You know they're going to delay that much that information from getting to us because they know what is going to cause pandemonium and chaos. So while we're sitting up here occupying ourselves with this non-essential drama and bullshit, if you got your health, to me, you pretty much won the lottery of life. Now, obviously, you got to have food and shelter and all that. But health, I feel, is the main catalyst to get that, right? But what I was just trying to say is like, be thankful, be grateful if you really ain't got no issues or no problems. Because a lot of us cause our own issue and problems, to be real. Let's just be honest. A lot of us do. We know we shouldn't do something, we do it anyway. We know we shouldn't do that, we do it anyway. But be more appreciative, you know, for life because you don't know what tomorrow holds. You just don't. And I think we see it. I'm not coming to y'all and lying to y'all. Y'all could go see that the Strait of Hormuz is still fucking closed. Or let's say severely limited activity, right? So I'm gonna be straight up with you. Please don't look into this too much. But I have to give you a real world example about what's coming on. I probably could give you a better example, but this real world example hit me while Soul Sister's trying to be combative. I do have older family members who are not up to date with technology, right? I'm gonna tell you the first time I saw that shift when they made everybody go digital with the money. Remember back in the day, they were pushing a lot of people like, "Oh, you could pay online." All the all the older people, they gonna hack my account. They gonna take my money. They were used to writing checks and all that. I'm not going online. They gonna take my money. They gonna see my money. Remember that? And what happened? They pushed everybody out of that. You want to pay? Boom. I told you. I was up in what store was I up the other day? Damn, I forget the store. But they said they were stopping taking paper checks in March, right? So I had to buy one of my family members. Now, listen, I try to help these people out because they be trying to be on Amazon. They don't know what the hell to do on Amazon. They don't know how to navigate Amazon. They don't know whatever. So one of them asked me to buy them a wig. Listen, I don't ask no questions, okay? And I've been not hear damn motherfucker sit up here and say that I was buying a wig for myself on Amazon. That's LaDonna, not me. I don't do that shit, okay? So I better not hear that. But I'm driving home a point. What I want to say. That's what I'm telling y'all this. So they asked me to buy them a wig, whatever. So I bought them the wig. So the wig was a certain cost. So they got the wig. I guess they liked the wig. They said, "Can you buy me the wig again?" Once again, I better not hear y'all motherfuckers say I'm out here buying wigs. I'm not on this road. All right. So then they come messaging me, "Why is the wig so much more this time?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I go look at the price. I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe it is up." I go back to the link to see it's that it's like it ain't nothing wrong with the price. The price it is what it is. I said, what would make the price of a wig jump from that cost to now that cost? Now with Amazon, it wasn't no same day. It was like a week that that person would get it. And I put two and two together. I said, it's either inflation or its transportation costs have gone up so high that they have to, instead of the business swallowing the cost, they'll pass the cost on to the consumer, right? To transport this wig, where or wherever they getting it from, due to whatever the Strait of Hormuz, whatever. Now the costs have gone up, And that's the only thing I could think of. So why I share that with y'all is that if that cost of that wig jumped that high, it's a lot of stuff that's about to be jumping high. So I'm saying, please, y'all enjoy these times because things are about to become maybe a little more hectic because of this situation with the oil. And even if they get it resolved, there's still going to be a delay that's going to cause the prices to spike. So just all I'm saying, just enjoy life while you're a kid. If you got your health, ain't nothing bothering, ain't nothing nagging you. You ain't on no medicine. Be grateful and be thankful, right? And if you are, be thankful and be grateful that you could, you still thriving and surviving. Hopefully, you know. So that's all I wanted to pretty much say. To be grateful for today, because it'll be suck right 6 months, a year from now, we're in strife and mayhem, and you'll be like, "Damn, I wish I could go back to that time when I really didn't have no issues." You know, so that's what I got to say. All right. Dropping the T says it's a bit of both. I think. Oh, I know. It's definitely a lot going on. It's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of games being played and things like that. Right. You know, it's crazy. I was thinking what you were saying just now, dropping the T about a bit of both, and going back to the situation with the president, right? There was some other congressmen right after this, not right after, but well, right after. It's like a day after the situation. He's like, yeah, that's why we've immediately introduced a bill for 144 million to get this construction or some bill they want to pass to increase the security measures for something going on at the or to improve wherever that ball was. And I'm like, wow. So when you say it's a bit of both, I'm like, yeah, that's a bit of both. They're trying to push through an agenda that they know would have an opposition because they're cutting Medicare, they're cutting this, they're cutting that, they're cutting that. Nothing for the people. Nothing for the people. Nothing for the people. You know, it's crazy. Dempsey says you dealing with drop shippers on Amazon. You could be purchasing from a dope fiend. Listen, I don't know Dempsey. I'm not into that. I don't know. I don't know. They asked me to buy. I said, okay. I don't know how to designate who a drop shipper is, a dope fiend, and all that. I don't know. I don't know. It's wild. Yeah, people struggling. It is. It really is. Yeah, dropping the T. I really think there is a higher agenda going on, and they know what it is, but nobody wants to say it. You want to cut off, you want to cut the aid of people. You want to disguise it and say, okay, we're trying to, we want to try to reduce wasteful spending in the medical field. But you really want to cut off those that you feel are non-essential to the world and to the economy. That's what you want to do. Because those who normally don't have the best health care are usually the ones not doing the best in the world or in society or in. So therefore, you get rid of what you may consider excess fat, right? Um, but then you'll be hypocritical at the same time and say that you had to spend $20 million on food because you're either going to use or you lose it. Oh, we're about to be $40 billion in debt. Don't forget that, which has people fleeing the American dollar, right? And now dumping the dollar to go to gold because they're seeing we're being fiscally irresponsible. Let not only that, you didn't say that you want to have $1.5 trillion dedicated to the defense budget. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what's sad about a drop in the T, they used to disguise it, but it's even more prevalent now. It's even more prevalent now. It's like we don't give. It's like you better find a way to make it because if you depend on us, f you, pretty much. You know. But I still have to have hope in humanity and that people, you know, see what's going on and stand up for what is right. We'll see. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. If you know, you know, and it's clear as day. Like dropping the T. When have they ever been so bold to say Microsoft, Meta, and what's the other one? Google said this too, but more so Meta and Microsoft are pretty much saying, Saranara, even to our middle level management who makes six figures. Saranara, oh, we got AI to do you. Literally, do you and screw you and bye bye. And get away with it. Normally in the past, there would be so much upheaval. No, you can't do this. This isn't right. You're affecting families. What are people supposed to do? How they can't go to school now? You're going to affect their education. They can't afford to pay for a home. What about the car? What about retirement? It's so much of a trickle down effect, right? It did drop at a T. What I saw that nobody's really talking about is that when you fire these middle level managers, what did they do? They started when they were there. They started putting money. They were putting money in their 401k, right? So now they have to go to what their 401k to survive. So then what? They start having to sell their stock, their holdings in these companies. What then? What? Which then causes the company to not have their money, or they sell their shares. So that's where this whole market crash I feel is going to come from. Partly, it's going to be driven off of one, you enter a recession. Two, you're going to have and they are having the implementation of AI, which is going to cause people to sell their stock, which is going to decrease the value of these companies, which will then cause a collapse in our economy. So if Mr. Nobody is figuring this out, I know they got to see this because I didn't go to school for no damn economics. It's just being propped up right now. So when somebody decides or whatever decides to kick the last leg in the tent that's propping up everything, it's about to get crazy out here. But like you said, maybe that is what's needed to usher in this new change. I don't know. So Dem Six says, still say, I hate ordering anything. I've been trying to find organic castor oil and can't find it in any stores. And I had to order. Yeah, a lot of stores ain't gonna have a lot of stuff that we accustomed to having, especially if it's organic or anything natural. They said fertilizer's running out. They said copper is running out. So if you need, it's hard to get fertilizer and stuff because they said a lot of that stuff was, um, I don't know, don't quote me on that, made over there in the Middle East or something. All based on greed, rich work for rich and shit on the poor. Yeah, and that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. I hope one day it changes, but I don't think I'll be allowed to see it. Well, did you ever think that you would see a self-driving car driving? No. So keep the hope alive because anything's possible. And the reason why I said keep anything possible is because they're trying to poison AI now. In case you didn't know that, dropping the T. They purposely, some people, I don't know how they're doing it, purposely trying to feed AI bad information so that like it can't be trusted, right? Because then people will stop. If you know that AI gonna give you bad information, then you're not gonna use it as much, right? So that's what they're trying to do to combat what's going on is feeding bad information because they know AI needs information to thrive and be efficient. So I don't deal with Amazon. I will order directly from what I want to purchase. Okay. Go to your health food store in the Asian market. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm out of here. Please don't leave the live. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture dollar sign so I can crowd. Hope you guys feel thoroughly entertained and educated at the same damn time. Um, I will talk to y'all soon. I want to play my song War before we go. Um, and I think Sally O'Malley loves that song. So we're gonna play that before y'all go. Drop it the T says, yeah, AI giving people too much power and they don't like it. Yeah, I agree. You have a great day too, and everybody have a great day. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right, bye y'all.
Where does it get us? Where does it get us? Homes destroyed, children whining, mothers crying, and fathers dying. Why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Is it for greed, military might, or disregard for what is right? Why? Where does it get us? Where does it get us? Children grow up with hate because they can't relate to their sudden fate. Is there a better way, or is it too late? Why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Is it ego or our leader trying to be heroes? Why, oh, why, oh, is the flex of military might soon going to cause a global fight that will have everyone in fright? Why? Where does it get us? Where does it get us? My, oh, my. Wow, oh, my. Where does it get us? Where does it get us? Homes destroyed, children whining, mothers crying, and fathers dying. Why, oh, why? Presidents don't seem to care. As families look to the heavens in great despair. War. Where does it get us? War. Where does it get us? War. You gotta sign this Pre-Nup. If you want this come up, you gotta sign this Pre-Nup. If you want this come up, I can give you the world, but girl, I need you to give this pen a twirl. I will buy you Gucci, Prada, and Balenciaga, but baby girl, I need you to sign this Pre-Nup. If you want this, come up, 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 up. Ooh, if you want this, come up, 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 up. I spent years lifting weights, working out late to be great, to get this money like Bill Gates. I put it all on the line all the time at the 50-yard line, so I can't have you leaving me without a dime. I know you may scoff at this request, but baby, you know I am the best. So take a minute to sign this Pre-Nup. If you want this, come up. Every Sunday I get drilled on a football field, so let's keep it real. I work hard for every last dime and put my health on the line, but baby girl, I can't have you taking my last fine. We will travel the world from sea to sea and turn your dreams into reality. But baby girl, I'm letting you know up front, you gotta sign the prenup. You want this come up? Oh, I got to sign the prenup. You want this come up? Oh, you got to sign this prenup. If you want this come up.
Sandra, I just want to say I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. No, I applaud you for your 30 years of marriage, and that's the right way to do it. Is to genuinely love someone without a prenup. Like what? You know, what's the vow say for better or for worse, for through sickness and death, whatever it say. So you did it the right way, Sandra. So I'm definitely not trying to like trying to make you feel bad on that. And then also, Sandra, thank you for the comments about the technology because I was reading the comments as the song was playing, and you were talking about how you're not good with technology and stuff like that. Because I was going crazy. I was like, am I the only one feeling this way? So I appreciate you. He's saying something because I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I knew I wasn't wrong. But so thank you for that, Sandra. Okay.
Child. Although you have tons of demands, I love when you sing and dance. When you dance, you put me in a trance that makes me grab your hand and dream of us in a foreign land. When I look into your eyes, I ask the universe how lucky I am to be a guy. You my lady, you my baby, you my lady, you my baby, you my lady, even though you drive me crazy. I love the way you cook, you definitely have me hooked, especially that mac and cheese that makes me cheese. And let's not forget your greens, it makes me give you all my green. And your chicken sure has me kicking. You are so clever, it has me dreaming of us being together forever and ever. You never say no, just that you got to think about it some more. But all I know is that you are my baby and my lady. You are my baby, you my lady. Oh, you are my lady, you my lady. Oh, you are my lady, you my lady, my lady. You my baby, you my baby, you my baby, you my lady. Even though you drive me crazy. When you dance, you put me in a trance that makes me grab your hand and dream of us in a foreign land. When I look into your eyes, I ask the universe how lucky I am to be a guy. You my lady, you my baby, you my lady, you my baby, you my lady, even though you drive me crazy. You are my
Sandra, now Sandra, when you say you a mess, Sandra, do you mean I'm a mess like Sparkles? Do you mean I'm messing like that? Do you mean I'm like that? I hope not. But anyway, I'm just joking. All right, y'all. This is the last one I'm gonna play, and then I'm gonna hit up out of here. I hope you have a great day. Please those are live for you as alive. If you want to so choose to, feel free to send a gesture, $sign, Sour King Crown. Thank you. And remember what I said, y'all. Please, live each day to the fullest. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right. Be thankful and grateful, and give change. I mean, give thanks, please. Give change too. Change the world for the better, not for the bad or whatever. All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Number one.
Like drowning on the beat. Get back from my toe. Leg back, get back, get back, get back. Don't be acting on my toe. Leg back, get back, get. The world is cold. So cold. The world is cold. So cold. This world is cold. so cold, they have no respect for the old. People don't say please or thank you because they feel they don't have to respect you. People get a title when they change. They go from being cool to treating you like a fool because they got a little title that make them think they are the boss of you. The world is cold. So cold. The world is cold. So cold. Billionaires don't think they have enough, so they cut, so they don't lose a buck. Yeah, they don't care about the people they put on the streets with no heat and no food to eat and have the nerve to say, "Thank God that isn't me." But who is their God as they usher in a new technology to compete with the humans in this society? The world is cold. So cold. So cold. So cold. So cold. The world is cold. So cold. People turn to their vices like drugs, alcohol and sex because life is getting so complex. They sit up wondering what is next. Will their life become a wreck? There is no more reward for being a loyal employee, as those at the top think you are a dummy for being loyal to a game that rewards disloyalty. Kids question the reason for a college degree when they see AI is taking all the jobs they want to be. They wonder what they will become, or is their future done? The world is cold. So cold. The world is cold. It's cold. So cold. The world is cold. So cold. Yeah. The world is cold. So cold.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Please listen to the live. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.